Okay, before we get into the video, I just want to tell y'all to go check out the link tree, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, YouTube, the email, and just look forward to more being added in the future. Now let's go over the interesting things I found within the dates and a potential theory. Now this is when we get to the good stuff. This is when we get to the stuff that I was really talking about. All right, so let's go back to Beyonce wearing the Prince shirt back in 2024, right? Right? Everything Beyonce does is intentional. But okay, Beyonce posted the photos wearing the Dream Day Prince and the Revolution t-shirt on Friday, June 7, 2024. It really wasn't June 7th. It really wasn't June 7th. Not June. Google got it wrong, but I just added this because I end up adding the date right here where she actually dropped it, because she dropped this purple heart. And if y'all want to go see, y'all can go see it. I didn't add the whole thing because I want to add all of the pictures of her in the shirt. And this is also during Pride Month, which she caught my attention with this purse, because this wasn't the first time she wore this purse. The other one was when she was in the airport, and I think she was holding the American flag too when she was in the airport, but she also had this bag. I should have went to go find them so I could show y'all that this was the second time that she had wore this bag. Even though I don't think that really matters for the theory that I'm coming up with. But okay, I said she posted these a day after Prince's birthday in 2024, June 8th. Prince's birthday is June 7th, 1958. Now the reason why I say this is Beyonce posting days after her event is not far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? She probably go over these pictures and pick which one she wants, so she has it prepared for already the day that she's going to do it, which is like a day or two after. This is the pattern that Beyonce normal. Like that's normal for Beyonce to post, a day or a few days later. Like even recently with the Super Bowl, we see she was at the Super Bowl. I think I seen a picture where the only one picture where they was trying to see if that was Beyonce, but besides that, no pictures. We didn't see her, you know what I'm saying? And then she posted pictures, she was there, which also wasn't surprising, but she was in attendance at the Super Bowl. And then she posted the pictures. What was that? The Super Bowl was on the 8th, I think, and then she posted the pictures on the 12th. So that was days after. So that's not, you know what I'm saying, that's not really surprising. Okay, so now we going to the Halloween costume 2024. Remember the last one was June 8th, 2024. This all in the same year. She posted on November 1st, 2024. These, right? And then I said right here, she posted these after Halloween in 2024, all in the same year. Now you look at 2024, 2024. Break it down. 2 right here, take away 0 equals 2. It stays the same, right? 2 minus 0 stays the same. It's 2. I put equal to 2. Okay, 2 stays the same. So now let's take the 2 right here after 0. Put it right here. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then at the bottom, the last 4 of 2024 equaling up to 44. So taking that 2 plus 2 equaling 4, taking that 4 and adding it to the 4. Now this could probably be over exaggerated, but I don't put it past Beyonce. Taking that 4 and adding that 4 to the last 4 of 2024 adds up to 44. Beyonce turned 44 last year. This is the year of 44. Her favorite number. This is her age. The year of 44. So going back to her posting this on November 1st, right? 2024. November 1st, 2024. That's what it say. Let's keep going. Y'all can show y'all I ain't crazy. It say, but then something told me to look up what Prince did on Halloween, and this came up. It say Purple Rain began on November 1st, 1983. So y'all remember? The first one was his birthday. She posted that picture on his birthday, or the day after his birthday, basically showing love for his birthday being the day before. Then I goes to look up what happened on Halloween, and I think it was they said it was towards the end of October or start in November 1st, the beginning of November, that they started the recording of Purple Rain. And they say the production for the Purple Rain film began. They say, but a theory that I recently came up with was that Beyonce will probably drop a single for Act 3 in April, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so we already got it out the way. She put clues around his birthday. The second time, we know she put clues around when Purple Rain dropped, not to mention that the costume she did was from Purple Rain, showing love to Purple Rain. Right? Y'all see that's 2 down already. And right here, I already speculated that she would be dropping in April. And I put this in the community tab. I put this on my Instagram. I put this on TikTok, Twitter. I put this on Twitter. And I put this on the community tab on YouTube. That I feel like she's going to drop in April, which is the month before Act 3 is suspected to drop. And I said this because something clicked in my head was like, okay, go research when did she drop the acts, because we know she's going by a pattern when it comes to these albums. Everything she's doing is not going to be like a pattern with the acts. Everything's going to be different, but the dates, as far as the date when she dropped 29, I already pointed that out. Her dropping one thing for act 1, two things for act 2, you get what I'm saying? That, like, patterns like that, not major patterns, but patterns like that. Most importantly, the date. It says she dropped the single Break My Soul on January 20th, 2022. That album dropped in July, right? A month before the album dropped. Act 2, it says she dropped Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages February 11, 2024. We know that was the Super Bowl. That was the day of the Super Bowl where she gave us some 2 surprise drops. But that was also February 11 was also a month before the actual drop of Act 2, which was May 29th, 2024. And they say every drop Beyonce has done before the album has been a month before the album actually drops. And then in the middle right here, I say, I think the singles for Cowboy Carter would have dropped on a Tuesday if the big reveal wouldn't have been at the Super Bowl. It wouldn't have been at the Super Bowl, right? And I bring up a Tuesday and I'm gonna show y'all why. But it say the suspected date for the album is May 29th, 2026, right? Right? Suspect that she's dropping April. Now, right here it says, so I predicted that 3 songs could drop in April. Now, I only say 3 because if you look at it, Renaissance had 1 single, Cowboy Carter had 2. It say that it will drop in April, which will keep the month before pattern going also. The reason why I know that this pattern might work or it might actually happen because she hasn't messed the pattern up. Like, the pattern has still been the same a month before. Not to mention she dropped a single when I think she's going to drop, which I will talk about. If she dropped the song or songs, either a song or songs, the day that I think she's going to drop, it will also be like a little pregame before she go to the Met Gala if she attends the Met Gala. It's like a slow roll out until the album, the end of that month of May on the 29th. So let's go right here. So I say, and this is why I bring up Tuesday. Beyonce released the lead single for Act 1, Renaissance Break My Soul, on a Tuesday. Remember I told y'all on the last one, it say Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages was released on a Sunday, February 11, 2024. Now y'all probably saying, okay, Tuesday and a Sunday. Tuesday, I can see Tuesday. Okay, she dropped on Tuesday. Sunday, hold on, because this made me just want to look up something. But Sunday was the Super Bowl, right? Sunday was the Super Bowl. So y'all can see she's dropping every time it's a big, like, to do a big rollout during a big event. What day did artists used to drop music before they started dropping on a Friday? Now look, this will make sense by her, why I feel like it's so funny. So it's a before the music industry adopted Friday as the standard global release day in 2015. It was not no 2015. Wasn't that 2013 when Beyonce dropped Self-Titled? Because they lying. Talking about global release day. Right. It say right here when you look up, I said, was it Beyonce the one who started dropping up? Like, come on now, Google be lying. And I seen it when they put that wrong date, talking about June 7th. Like, a couple of times when I done looked up dates, they put the wrong stuff. But it said, yes, Beyonce is widely credited with catalyzing the music industry shift to Friday release. Following the massive success of her surprise self-titled album dropped December 13th. Like, come on now. That's crazy how that was Friday the 13th too. Her dropping on a Tuesday and then Super Bowl Sunday, she went to do it at the Super Bowl. So I feel like that messed up the pattern. I could be wrong, but the day that they used to drop music was on a Tuesday, right? So it made sense, or it makes sense for her to try to go and put out a single to Renaissance back in 2022 on a Tuesday, just to tease, like, yeah, it used to be Tuesday, let me just drop on this random Tuesday. And y'all can see these 2 dates or 2 weekdays of the week haven't been a Friday for when she dropped these singles. But I say right here, the first single of the trilogy dropped on a Tuesday. Monday, I'm Overrated Tuesday on my You Know the Rest type of Tuesday. And I say, but guess what? April 21st, 2016, right? Everybody loved 2016 year, but that's crazy how that was the year that we lost Prince. But now let's go over it. Prince's birthday is in April, and that's a month before her album dropped. Prince's birthday is in April, and that's a month before her album drops. Let's go over the 3 things. She posted for his birthday the shirt. She posted on the day of Purple Rain production. When the day Purple Rain production started, the costume. She hasn't used his death date. Birthday to death date, some stuff that a regular normal person wouldn't even be paying attention to or think about. I'm not sure if that's true, but this is just like a crazy coincidence if this is what I think it is. And guess what? April 21st, 2026, right? He died April 21st, 2016. April 21st, 2026 is a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. And I also say, notice how this year, that same date also falls on a Tuesday this year. I didn't even never look up the day of the week where the Met Gala. Okay, so that's the first Monday in May where the Met Gala go up. I never thought to look that up. Okay, so April 21st, 2026 is 13 days away from May 4th, 2026. It would only make sense. Now, this will make you look into the Met Gala even more. Like, we already know Beyonce fans, if she drop a single on April 21st, 2026, and I got stuff to back this up too to make y'all think. This is not just it. It's one more thing that I got to say about this. But if she has a single come out, that's like a little taste of what the album, like that's just a little piece of what's going to be in the album. 13 days from that will be like the anticipation of her showing up to the Met Gala. You don't think Beehive, Beyonce haters, we already know they're going to be watching. It's not going to be watching the Met Gala to see if she show up based off of the clues that we have already been given on top of the music that could possibly drop. And then us feeling like the rollout will be, or something will be teased at the Met Gala and her showing up at the Met Gala. And that's 13 days away. And then the anticipation of the Met Gala happening, everybody anticipating or tuning into that single or singles, and then tuning into the Met Gala. And then that's like a slow anticipation until the album, which we know the haters will be tuning into everything too. But yeah, so, and also pay attention to how he died in 2016. Now I said this one, 2016. He died in 2016. Now let's keep going. Beyonce last attended the Met Gala in 2016. She is scheduled to return to the event as a co-chair for the 2026 Met Gala. And I'm gonna tell y'all how these years matter. If y'all go look at Green Light. Okay, so I ain't gonna say nothing about Green Light because I said 2007. I was about to say the wrong thing. Okay, so keeping it going, because 2016 was also Beyonce's last year attending the Met Gala, and she will possibly be returning again this year. So, but this could be one big coincidence though. I just added this for fun though. I said what would really be crazy if she showed up on a carpet like this, LOL, and in like a leather outfit like how she did at the Grand Prix. But that was just something I added for fun. Okay, so I went over this masculine plus feminine both equaling up to both. Masculine plus feminine both equaling up to both, with the mixed symbol of both right here in the middle. Princess mixed symbol or love symbol. Notice how she kept doubling herself during this era. This is Cowboy Carter, right? Two. With the representation of two, or act 2. Let me see. Did I add something else to this? Okay, this is another thing that I want to say. It's like if y'all get what I'm saying with this, it's crazy because this is like art. If you really look at it from my perspective, I said this like masculine representation of feminine. To me, this was like a representation of masculine, and to me, this is like a representation of feminine. Even though both of these is a representation of Prince. Prince was representing a mixture of both. This was like Beyonce representation of both, and that's Beyonce, if y'all get what I'm saying. And this was like Beyonce representation of Prince, but embodying Prince. Like this Prince masculine side, and this is Beyonce's feminine side. This is Beyonce's feminine side. This is Beyonce's feminine side, and this is Beyonce's masculine side. But all of the pictures are still Beyonce. I just feel like this is a perfect example of her showing the representation of her feminine and masculine side, her showing the representation of Prince's feminine and masculine side by dressing up as him. But as y'all can see, this is like a shorter cut version of her hair, or a shorter cut version style, a shorter style of hair. And then this is like a longer version style of hair, showing you that this could possibly be like the masculine side she's showing, and this could possibly be the feminine side she's showing. Now I'm telling y'all, Beyonce might not be thinking this deep, but to me, I just feel like this lady does not do anything by coincidence. I could just be delusional because that's who I am. But when I looked at these pictures, it made me think like, hold on, like the feminine and masculine side of both. Okay, right here I said energies matching masculine x feminine. And then I said, even though this is a representation of masculine and masculine, I'm talking about the twins on centers. The different colors, they still show the difference in the two. Even though they are twins, you could tell apart from the color that they are wearing. Also mixed red and blue. What do you get? Remember we talked about this, red and blue, purple, red and blue. Also like the representation of the Matrix, the pills. red pill, blue pill. So basically I'm saying on this, if y'all see his hat is different. His hat is different, but this one is blue and this one is red. This tie is red. This, I don't think that's a tie. I think that's his shirt is blue. You could tell the difference. So like, I forgot which one is which. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But Smoke and Stack, you could tell which one to be Smoke and which one to be Stack. Beyonce right here, you could tell this would be Beyonce's masculine side because of the pants. This side is because of the feminine side. Now Beyonce art stems from a lot of stuff. I feel like, in my opinion, that it stems from pictures. Beyonce loved the art of pictures. We know we've seen a whole bunch of pictures of her taking pictures of stuff. So I feel like she put art in her pictures. Art could be a stem of anything that has a meaning or multiple meanings to it, to me. So I feel like this was intentional. On top of how y'all could look at her stance, like her stance is the same but different at the same time, because she's looking that way, and then how she got her hand on her hip right here, how she's looking straight ahead, how she look right there. Even with the jacket, like this jacket being shorter than, I could just be thinking into it. I'm not even gonna lie. I could just be thinking into it. But that's just what I see as far as how I look at the picture and what she do. And we know she dropped clues and stuff. Like Beyonce is not gonna play. Okay, so right here, this is when I bring up, and also her having the microphone. I mean, we know she's showing this microphone gun. We see Princess was gold, I think. Don't get me wrong because of how the lighting is, but I think Princess was gold. When I looked it up, I think it was gold. And then hers was silver. She did this within the Renaissance era, so we know that ain't too far-fetched. It say in both eras, Renaissance and feminine and masculine. Okay, I said she brought the microphone gun in both eras. Renaissance being feminine and masculine being Cowboy Carter. You see she got the gun right here. Prince got his gun, and then this was like a representation of the Cowboy Carter era. I still feel like this picture could be a clue from Renaissance because of her wearing this blue. It could be. I don't know, because this background also looks silver. I don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see, but I think that this was still in the Renaissance era, because if you look at this gun, it's still silver. And then if you look right here, this was during the Renaissance era, it's silver. But then this one, you didn't see too much of the microphone gun within the Cowboy Carter era, but her having this in black and then having a gun right here, but you can't see what color it is. And this is when I say she included in both Renaissance, or I don't know if this Renaissance, yes, I'm not even gonna say that, but Renaissance and then Cowboy Carter, like her putting it up at Cowboy Carter. So yeah, that was the end of it. That was the end of this. I talked about how she dropped the shirt on the day after his birthday, showing love for his birthday, like basically dropping a clue. Then she dropped that outfit or the costume the day after Halloween, which was also the day that was related to Purple Rain, and how I feel like she's going to drop the day he died, going from the birth date to the death date, showing homage or love towards him. I don't know if Beyonce go do this, but it sounds like a genius strategy to me. It sounds like a genius strategy. I already know I have to get prepared, because once Beyonce comes, it's going to be a lot of stuff to cover, just like I did in going back to Renaissance, just like I did in Cowboy Carter in Act 3. I just know it's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm just preparing myself. But also I want to be in a Discord with y'all, talking to y'all about what y'all think about something, stuff y'all notice, everything like that, because to me this is like fun, like an Easter egg hunt, scavenger hunt, whatever. It's just fun to go through her art, and not only her art, but her leading us back to the legends art, Prince, Michael Jackson, and just dissecting clues from their stuff, learning, researching from their stuff as well, and y'all having me, or even if y'all do it, to go through it and point stuff that y'all notice out while also learning from it, and it being a fun experience while doing so. Okay, I have a really bad habit of recording a video, then mistakenly finding more evidence to go with that video, but I'm glad I didn't edit this video or post this video yet, because I found more evidence. Now, I'm not saying that this is true. This is just my theory. This is just what I think. Okay, so in April, that will be the 10th anniversary of Lemonade, right? Now, the theory that I already made was that it will be somewhere around Prince's birthday. Let me tell y'all and show y'all more evidence on why I think it's going to be in April. I already showed y'all the pattern of her dropping pictures and stuff around like Prince's birthday, the date of when Prince dropped Purple Rain, stuff like that. So let's go back to Lemonade, and I researched Lemonade. I researched Lemonade anniversary. Lemonade anniversary will be in April of 2026. Lemonade dropped on April 23rd, 2016. April 23rd, 2016, and it was a surprise album. All right, let's keep going. The last year Beyonce attended the Met Gala was 2016, right? That was the last time. Date May 2nd, 2016. This time she will allegedly be attending May 4th. But remember that May. Now I know y'all thinking like, how you going from May, to April? I feel like her dropping a single before the Met Gala, it's like it goes along with the pattern. Like drop a single, tease the album, and then make an appearance at the Met Gala after you haven't made an appearance at the Met Gala for 10 years. Now let's keep going. May 4th, 2026. May 4th, make an appearance May 4th, 2026, which will also be which will also be 10 years of her not attending the Met Gala. So that'll be her arriving back at the Met Gala, right? And I already said April 23rd, 2016 was when Lemonade dropped, right? Okay. And what was on, hold on, let me go back, because what was on Lemonade, Don't Hurt Yourself, right? The live version of Homecoming, the live version of the album was released on April 17th, 2019. I'm trying not to get the dates scrambled up because there's so much April, but April 17th, 2019. And they say it dropped as a surprise along with the Homecoming film, a film by Beyoncé. Along with Homecoming, a film by Beyoncé, a Netflix documentary. And we also know that she just took the Beyoncé Bowl off of YouTube, I think they said. So remember April 17th, 2019. That's still around that anniversary time. She dropped Lemonade, the album, April 23rd, 2016. She dropped the Lemonade, the album, April 23rd, 2016. Then she turned around and dropped the Homecoming, the live album, on top of Homecoming, a film by Beyoncé, as a documentary on Netflix on April 17th, 2019. That's 3 years apart, right? When she did, I already went over that Prince died April 21st, 2016, right? He died April 21st, 2016, the same year that she dropped the Lemonade, the same year, which Lemonade has Don't Hurt Yourself, so I just want to include that. The same year she dropped the Lemonade, the same year was the last time she attended the Met Gala. Now, this don't have anything to do with it, but if y'all look at April 23rd when she dropped the Lemonade, April 16th when she dropped the Homecoming live version, April 21st when Prince died, April 24th, 2016 will be the day that the Michael Jackson film dropped. And I'm not saying that this has anything to do with it, but something just told me to look it up, because this could be just a coincidence, because we didn't know when the Michael Jackson film was dropping. But I just want to add this as a fun fact that everything good I feel like will be coming in April. So I also pulled up the calendar. I don't know what day in April, but looking at all of this evidence, I feel like she's going to drop something in April. And I'm guessing that it will be somewhere between these 2 weeks. Like, I'm not sure if it's going to be a Friday. I'm not sure if it's going to be the day Prince died. I'm not sure, which is a Tuesday. I talked about that. Don't know if it's going to be the 24th. I'm not sure. But I just feel like since this is like weeks before the Met Gala, this will be a good rollout, in my opinion, for her to roll it out. Like, everybody already going to be anticipating that she's going to be at the Met Gala. So, not to mention her pattern of dropping a single a month before the album. And this will be like 2 weeks before the Met Gala. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like something is coming. I feel like something is coming in April. I just have a feeling that something is coming in April. But yeah, I just wanted to add that. That was just the little bit that I wanted to add, because I just happened to go and look at all of the dates and see that everything just happened in April. And another fun fact, Don't Hurt Yourself is 3 words. Don't Hurt Yourself. Act 3 was just a good representation of Act 3. She did this with something else too. What did she do this with? Like, it was something she did that I pointed out with the albums, but I'm gonna say that for another video, because that goes with another video. I'm not even going to lie. That goes with another video. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Until the next one.